you get thrown in and you struggle for a half of football, or you just kind of look whatever, in those circumstances, we're going to need to pump the brakes just a little bit until you get a full game. You get to know you're the starter. You would have had no reps, anything.
I just don't like that. I don't like
I'm tilting it in my favor. I'm stacking the deck just a little bit.
It's a little chicken bleep. But it's not Paul DePodesta at his introductory press conference taking shots at the play
I want you to know where I stand before, if it does happen, because now you got all these people. Spencer's out there saying it, I guess. Mary Kay's out there saying it. You got all these people. I need you to know where I stand on this, okay? If he looks bad, it will be, I need a whole week. I need to give him an actual chance here. Give him a chance to not only, take practice reps. I think that's a reasonable ask.
What if it's like Dillon in his first start? Or not his first start. In
the Ravens game?
Against the Ravens game, where he did score a touchdown, but they still got the crap kicked out of him.
But again, what was that, 2 drives that he got?
Yeah, it was about 2 drives.
You know what I mean?
One of them's good, the other one's absolute house of cheeks. But you get the touchdown.
I know what Mary Kay said, and she's plugged in, and I get what Spencer said. I don't see this being reality, by the way. I really don't.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
I really don't. Stefanski's going to go down with this ship.
Do you think it's a mistake? I don't know why I'm asking you a question. I don't think it's a mistake that we hear, hey, big game for the Ravens, big game for Dillon Gabriel, and if he doesn't look good, we could see Shedeur.
On the same day, though, that team, like Jeremy Fowler in his mailbag thing on ESPN today had it out that Dillon Gabriel's got this long leash and he hasn't gotten any sense of urgency around Deshaun Watson.
Isn't that what you say right before you bench somebody? Isn't that the NFL owner vote of confidence?
No, I don't look at it that way. Not with this scenario, because I believe them. I believe that they actually have given Dillon this long leash. I'm frustrated by how
completely full of crap they are.
Yes, I'm very aware of that.
Except with Dillon.
The
one thing they can't lie about.
They've consistently shown a love for Dillon that has befuddled me the entire time, and so they've remained steadfast in that. That if they went away from a love for Dillon, that's the type of thing I got to see it to believe it.
I think this is the easiest thing in the world. I think they've already done this once. Hey, you got the absolute holy crud kicked out of you. We're going to play Dillon in the second half, so people talk about the touchdown. Now, it didn't work because there were no Gabriel gobblers even in week 2 of the damn NFL season. It was a
blowout, too.
But I'll
the
tell
game
you right now, if you get blown out in this game, and in the fourth quarter, you put Shedeur out there in the fourth quarter, no matter whether he looks good, bad, or in between. We're talking about Shedeur on Monday and not the result of the game.
No, for sure we are. But I do want it almost like a Planet Fitness judgment-free zone from everyone here, okay? Like, if it looks great, then awesome, we'll talk about it. If it looks bad, then we have to do so with a little bit of qualifiers attached to this.
No one's going to do that.
It's not fair to judge somebody off of one quarter.
I mean, people.
Off of one quarter in the. No.
When the Browns went to Dillon Gabriel, there were a lot of people talking about the one drive against Baltimore.
Yeah, but I mean, we didn't lead the show on Monday about the one drive against Baltimore
because it was Dillon Gabriel.
Exactly right. So we're gonna lead the show about one quarter about Shedeur,
the social media influencer quarterback who we've talked about as a third string and second string quarterback. I'm
not saying it's wrong, but we have to put it in proper context ahead of time and understand that if he gets in there in the fourth quarter, that man had no practice ahead of time with the number ones, like all these things that are up against it. Like, just we got proper context.
This is such a bless your heart moment.
Proper context.
Because you're just trying to do the right thing.
Raiders game, you get the whole enchilada. You get all of it, the whole everything.
I promise you that I'm not saying you're wrong in how you're trying to approach this. I'm just telling you, no one will approach it the way you want to approach it.
And I'm preemptively getting angry at the lack of the approach.
Well, the problem is you've also admitted the game doesn't matter unless he looks good, and then it matters.
No. It's not the game doesn't matter unless he looks good. It's the idea that he is to play one quarter, to play the fourth quarter, and to act as if that's some sort of actual. We can look at this and say he's good, he's not good is ridiculous.
All right,
it is ridiculous.
All right, but so
that concept is ridiculous. So you think
you're going to be able to pump your brakes if they're down 40-0 on Sunday? Shedeur goes in for the fourth. Bang, bang, bang. 2 touchdowns on 3 drives. The third drive looks good, too.
No, but this is what I'm telling you.
Are you going to be able to say on Monday, yeah, it's just one quarter, guys. It's a lot of fun, but we got to hold our...
I haven't seen Dillon Gabriel do bang, bang, bang at all yet this year.
Oh, no,
the difference there is he'd be doing something that we haven't seen the quarterbacks do yet this year. I get to celebrate bang, 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 bang.
Easy there.
However many bangs you want to put it.
Easy there. It has been a minute for Papa Bear.
But like that's why there's a celebration attached to the good things that would happen. If he runs an offense and it looks like something we haven't seen yet this season, that's cause for celebration because he's overcoming the obstacles.
You can see
he would be winning while overcoming the obstacles attached to this all.
You can see how somebody would say, it sure seems like if Shedeur
makes a lot of
plays
sense
well,
in my head. I don't know what you're not picking up here.
You're going to pop it up. Whereas if Shedeur does not play well, you're going to dismiss it entirely.
I told you that up front.
Well, no, but
we're starting on these reservations. So on Monday, you're not like, oh, this is shocking to me that Shedeur played a quarter.
Like I can remember that over the weekend.
I need you to remember it now, and I need you guys to remember this now as well. I'm telling you right now, entering your first NFL game in the fourth quarter when you get 0 reps throughout the week. Not the right way to be like this
we
guy
don't know
has
he got 0 reps. How do we know on Sunday it doesn't come out? Oh, he actually did have first team reps on Sunday.
You mean like they've changed the plan all week long?
Yeah, you mean like they could have changed it 3 weeks ago.
If they did, then it's curtains for Dillon Gabriel already. By the way,
it probably already is curtains for Dillon.
Which should be already. That's the problem with this is that it should be.
My whole point in the Shedeur conversation is it's no longer even about Shedeur. It's there's a lot of people just kind of being like, I wonder what that kid's going to look like and whenever he goes out there. And then there are people 1,000 miles above who are the Shahaders and the Shahive screaming about their own arguments that don't have anything to do with Shedeur.
I'll tell you what.
So the whole point is it's impossible to have a genuine, like, an even-keel conversation, and you're a very genuine, even-keel dude being like, there's really... He's got nothing to lose here. He's only got something to gain here.
Well, we're just holding off the evaluation until the Raiders game. That's all we're doing. We're holding off like the true
unless he looks good.
Let's start these things. It's the bonus. You just get if you overcome those odds, then yes, you get the bonus attached to all that. But like if people are wondering like why it feels like Shedeur Sanders fans aren't as like, hey, he needs to be out here. I'll tell you what, we're a worn down bunch, Nick. We are a worn-down bunch.
Until he throws a tutty on Sunday.
I need that.
And
like
that
I need
jersey
air,
is going to be back.
Like I need air to breathe. I need that because it's been so long since we've even seen this guy play an NFL game that matters, and it's just it is becoming exhausting to the point where it's like I don't even know that he's going to see the field. Nonetheless, we're talking about halftime or third quarter or fourth quarter. Hell, you know what? Maybe that'll be my takeaway. If he plays the fourth quarter, all right, great. Doesn't matter what he does. Just the idea that Stefanski is willing to move off of Dillon Gabriel, that's the win. Now we're on to Las Vegas.
You are going to show up in the Shedeur jersey, and I'm not going to speak a single sound.
I'm like a week away.
The show is back.
I'm like a week away from them not starting Shedeur to doing a Shedeur Sanders protest until he starts, where I wear that stupid jersey every day. That's what I'm gearing towards.
How can we get that closer?
Now, the problem with that scenario, and I've thought this through, problem with that scenario is if they don't play him at all in 2025, could I wear the same Shedeur jersey to work every day for like 365 days?
I think you could.
I think I could too. I don't know why everyone seems so buttoned up, but everyone is really buttoned up on the belief that Dillon Gabriel's it, and Shedeur I guess they just don't talk about him.
Well, I think that leads us to this morning. Lima and Ken had Mary Kay on their show, and Lima asked point blank whether Mary Kay has heard of anyone in the locker room clamoring for Shedeur Sanders.
I have definitely not had that. Absolutely have had so much support for Dillon Gabriel, and guys really are rallying behind him and trying to understand that he is a developing rookie, just the same way Shedeur is going to be when he gets in there, and that they're trying to do everything that they can to play better for him. I'm sure people are curious to a degree, but no one has shared with me that they want Shedeur to get in there over Dillon right now. Kevin Stefanski has made it very clear to his football team what's going on right now with Dillon Gabriel and how they need to support him and what the plan is for getting better around him. So I think the messaging has been good enough that people understand what's going on. And I'm not hearing those whispers and seeing those things going on behind the scenes in the building.
Now, it should be said that I believe what Mary Kay's saying. Mary Kay is one of the most, is the beat reporter in town that everybody trusts when she says something.
Yeah.
I'll also say, I think one thing the Browns have done incredibly well under these guys is have the guise of professionalism, meaning like Andy Dickerson gets demoted and gets demoted out of Cleveland entirely. We didn't hear about it for several weeks afterwards. I think back to Jadeveon Clowney screaming in the locker room and saying, so we heard about the screaming in the locker room. We didn't hear Jadeveon Clowney refuse to go in on anything but third downs because he was jealous of Myles Garrett for 6 weeks after.
Right.
So they're very buttoned up with their messaging. They've done a great job of eliminating all the leaks that used to make Sundays so much fun for us as we were wondering who's going to leak what to the national media. I also think the players have done a great job of sticking to the team message. That doesn't mean that any of the guys believe the message they're actually sending. How could they at this point?
How could they at this point is the answer I would want to find out, right? Like, how could they? There's 53 of them in there. You think they all are look at Dillon Gabriel and say, this is the answer? Like just use the pulse of the fan base for a second and think about only the people in that building believe in Dillon Gabriel and have no curiosity towards Shedeur Sanders? Only the people that, it doesn't add up.
And we probably should also reference Garrett Bush today.
Our buddy G. Bush
said that he's gotten texts from Browns players that say they're ready to see Shedeur.
Listen, I've known G for we both have known G for a very long time, right?
I've known him longer.
Yeah, that's true. You have. I did 6 years of pregame shows with G. He has shown me numerous DMs from all sorts of different players on the Browns. The idea that people are like, oh, those aren't real. It's like, people have been sliding into G. Bush's DMs for years on this stuff, okay? So, I'm going to believe what he's saying there because he's got no reason to lie on this. And also, this has been happening for years with players. So, I do believe in what he's saying. And it just makes common sense as well. Those the other reason why it's pretty easy to believe.
We also want to quickly reference Brad Stainbrook, another member of the Browns beat. He's got his own Substack. You can check this out, where he had said effectively that on the coaching staff, there's a split of people who still believe in Dillon Gabriel and people who believe that maybe Shedeur would give them a better chance to win. Now, all this being said, I kind of find the whole thing to be on a false premise that Lima's putting out there because he's comparing it to Johnny Manziel versus Brian Hoyer, which is one of the most dysfunctional times ever. And by an organization that hadn't learned yet to button up all the many leaks we had. Mm-hmm. So just because players aren't saying it or leaking it to every single reporter, it doesn't actually mean it's not happening. It doesn't mean there actually isn't belief in Shedeur.
I just think about Jerry Jeudy, man. Like, Jerry Jeudy talked so much in Denver, and how they got him not talking at all now they should do studies on this. The one job well done I will give Stefanski is that he really does seem to have a handle on making sure that not everything is just getting out right away and everything is just found out right away.
This goes back to my greater point that, quite frankly, the Shahaders and the Shahive are so far off the actual natural narrative that is right there to discuss with Shedeur. And to me, this is Lima, who I think has gotten some criticism from Deion Sanders Jr. previously. He's got a lot of people who've said a lot of mean things to him. And he's trying to create something there that I don't think is part of the conversation. I don't think, listen, even if every guy in that locker room, wanted Shedeur Sanders to play, this is not the era you're going to find that out through the media. You're just not. Mm-hmm. And it's just not how they operate right now. And again, that Lima's striking back at the hardcore Shedeur Sanders honks who are saying he looks better in practice and he looks this, that, and the other, instead of the actual conversation, which is, quite frankly, all right, have we seen enough of Dillon? And how much do we really need to see a Shedeur?
And my answer on that is that I've seen enough of Dillon, and I'd love to see more of Shedeur is the point. But even with the practices we mentioned that way, that's the part that confuses me. We have no idea, zero idea how much time Shedeur is actually getting with this team. So it's all these players are just convinced Shedeur can't play based off of what?
Yeah, especially when we've had Denzel come out and talk about how good Shedeur's looked. I know that was that was in 4 months ago.
Yeah, it was in June.
But we've had plenty of players come out and,
even
talk about
Miles. If you just look at Miles' quotes on the quarterback this last weekend, you don't have to be a genius to figure out when he all of a sudden defers and says quarterback direction has nothing to do with me, what he's trying to tell you. He's just not putting Shedeur's name on it. But when a player that has openly talked about the offensive side of the ball a ton all of a sudden is taking the approach of, well, quarterback direction, it's got nothing to do with me. He's just trying not to make sure he just capsizes the team as they're going through a bunch of losses right now. That's all he's trying to do there.
Yeah, anytime, and this is actually, if you want to go back and look at Miles' previous conversations, anytime Miles has said, I play on the defense, that's not my I can't control that. It's never really been a good thing about whatever incumbent quarterback is.
Strong disagreement about what's going on right now, and he doesn't want to put that out there at this point. It's that, and the other side of this is I feel like a lot of these players, this might sound bad one way or another, but they just don't feel like the fight is worth it.
Yeah.
And like that stinks because I'm sure Shedeur would love some more support in this scenario, but like if you go out on a limb and you voice and you back everything for Shedeur, well, one, it makes it really awkward in front of Dillon Gabriel. That's not great. But number two, if Shedeur flames out and isn't good, then all of a sudden you just look like an idiot for disrupting everything in the locker room and then betting everything on a quarterback that wasn't actually worth it.